In the last video, we learned how to list the physical defects identified in the faulty SMPS. In continuation of this, today we are going to learn how to identify probable faults, causes and remedies in the given faulty SMPS. Serial number 1. False. SMPS dead, fuse blown. Causes: shorted switching transistor or semiconductors, power cord defective or switch, open fusible resistor, other bad parts. Actual cause of failure may be power surge, brownout, lightning strikes, random failure, or primary side electrolytic capacitors with greatly reduced capacity or entirely open. Remedy: test the switching transistor or semiconductor switch. If it fails, replace it. If the semiconductor switch is good, check and replace the primary diodes. Replace the fusible resistor. Testing a transistor using multimeter. Step number 1. Identify the terminals of NPN transistor like emitter, base and collector from the data sheet. Step number 2. Set the multimeter in diode test position. Step 3. Place the red and black probe of multimeter on the base and emitter terminal of the transistor respectively, that is, forward bias. The drop should be around 0.6 to 0.7 volts in the forward bias direction. Step 4. Reverse the multimeter leads red and black probes on emitter and base terminals of transistor respectively, that is, reverse bias. The multimeter should read OL, open circuit, or a very high resistance in the reverse bias direction. Step 5. Place the red and black probe of multimeter on the base and collector terminal of transistor respectively, that is, forward bias. The drop should be around 0.6 to 0.7 volts in forward bias direction. Step 6. Reverse the multimeter leads red and black probes on base and collector terminals of transistor respectively, that is, reverse bias. The multimeter should read OL, open circuit, or a very high resistance in the reverse bias direction. Serial number 2. False. Supply dead, fuse not blown. Causes: bad startup circuit, open startup resistors or open fusible resistors due to shorted semiconductors, bad controller components. Remedy: test the switching transistor or semiconductor switch. If it fails, replace it. Replace the fusible resistor. Replacing fusible resistor. Use a soldering iron to heat the solder joints connecting the fusible resistor to the circuit board. Once the solder is melted, remove the fusible resistor from the PCB board. Place the new fusible resistor into the same position on the circuit board. Serial number 3. False. Supply mostly dead or takes a long time to come alive. Causes: bad electrolytic capacitors. Visually inspect for capacitors with bulging tops or that have leaked. Remedy: if any one bad capacitors are found, replace all electrolytic capacitors. Replacing electrolytic capacitor. When a capacitor becomes faulty or deteriorates, it can bulge or swell, indicating a potential problem. Use a soldering iron to heat the solder joints connecting the capacitor leads to the circuit board and then remove the bulging capacitor and replace it with a good one with same value. Serial number 4. False. More ripple at the line frequency 50 by 60 Hz or twice the line frequency 100 by 120 Hz. Causes: dried up main filter capacitors on rectified AC input. Remedy: check the filter capacitor and replace it. Filter capacitors are commonly placed near the output stage of the SMPS circuitry. They are often located close to the rectifier diodes or output switching transistors. Use soldering iron to remove the faulty capacitor and replace it with good one. Number 5. No output supply and 300 volt persists in the filter capacitor after switching off the supply. Causes: switching transistor or semiconductor switch short and fusible resistor or starting resistor open. Remedy: test the switching transistor or semiconductor switch. If it fails, replace it. Number 6. SMPS output is low. Causes: if SMPS gives low voltage output, then the fault is mostly in the error amplifier and oscillator stage. Output loading may also affect the output voltage sometime. Remedy: measure voltages and compare them with normal voltage given in the circuit diagram. Probable parts may be faulty Zener diode in the error amp, faulty control circuit parts, transistor, IC, optocoupler faulty. Testing the Zener diode. Number 1. Switch your multimeter to resistance mode. Number 2. Determine the terminal of the Zener diode. The cathode is typically marked with a band or line, and the other end will be the anode. Number 3. Place the multimeter probes on the terminals, red and black probes on the anode and cathode terminals respectively, that is, forward bias. If the diode is healthy, the multimeter will display a few hundred ohms. Number 4. Now place the red and black probes of the multimeter on the cathode and anode terminals respectively, that is, reverse bias. If the diode is healthy, the multimeter will display a very high resistance or no reading or OL, open loop. Number 7. False. SMPS output is high. Causes: if SMPS output is high, first shutdown set, fault in the error amplifier, IC, oscillator section of SMPS. Remedy: check fault either in switch off condition or by giving input supply through a variac or low voltage transformer. Disconnect TV or computer other sections by disconnecting base or output transistor. Never keep on in this fault. It may damage other parts also. Check for error amp circuit, Zener diode, optocoupler, filters on error amplifier line, transistor, IC, oscillator. Replace the faulty components. Number 8. Combusted coil. Causes: a winding coil is present on the boot which sometimes gets burned due to excessive flow of current. Remedy: this problem can be identified easily by the smell, or you can identify through the burnt marks located on the external section of the winding coil. It may be possible that internal loop is damaged. Note: in all cases, bad solder connections are a possibility as well, since there are usually large components in these supplies and soldering to their pins may not always be perfect. An excessive load can also result in most of these symptoms or may be the original cause of the failure. Recap: in this video, we have discussed how to identify probable faults, causes, and remedies in the given faulty SMPS. Thank you for watching.